How do we win if I'm always winning?
Right.
I know all I do is win.
No matter what.
No matter what.
It's essential.
I win when we win.
Go ahead, Dr. Sabrina.
Yeah, right from the beginning, she had a vision. It was a daily elevation for essential living. That's that good intention. All you gotta do is listen. Creating magic during uncertainties be the mission. Dr. Sabrina Jackson, serving God must be a passion. Cause being a better person begins with daily practice. Love is the attitude, that's what we gotta do. Mental Health Mondays on Fox News in Detroit, that's Channel 2. Look us up, baby. Gon' do your research from Cass Tech to Eastern. Yeah, we've been in it for a minute. We've been winning for a minute. It's essential. How you living for God? It's essential. How you living in your mind? It's essential. How you living for freedom? It's essential. How you living with Sabrina? It's essential. 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 It's essential.
What? Do you love the new song? Oh my God, I love the theme song. It's just essential. It's essential. It's essential. So today, welcome to another riveting edition of Speaking Life with Dr. Sabrina. And, you know, I say it here all the time. Speaking Life is about the power of speech that you have in your own tongue. And so what we get to do here every single Monday, I get to interview incredible people. And I happen to know, I'm so blessed and fortunate to know incredible people. And so today is no different. Today, I am going to be a fan. Today, I'm a fan. I'm the host, but I'm a fan because I have a guest. I'm not even going to introduce him yet. So we got to talk about all the stuff that's going on in the world that I'm going to talk about. But, oh, my God, my guest today has me fanned out. I am a fan girl because not only is he an incredible director, yes, one of the top in the game right now. I mean, just constantly putting out content. Has his own talk show. Gonna talk about that. And he's an incredibly talented actor. I first became acquainted with this amazing talent as an actor in a movie, which has become one of my favorite movies, A Good Man. Ooh, let me tell you something. When I tell you this movie is some kind of good, if you haven't seen it, you got to go see Good Man first on Tubi. Then you have to go over, because it's going to be out soon, Good Man 2. It's another. Oh, it's so good. Okay, Chantel, what we got going on? What's going on? What am I doing? Okay, so today, every Monday, but I've been off because I've been traveling, is Mental Wellness Mondays. You know, I do Mental Health Mondays on Fox 2 every Monday at 9:30. And then now we do hashtag Ask Dr. Sabrina, and that's at 10:30. So I'm on twice. I have two segments right now on Monday. Mental Health Monday is when we talk about something, and then you get to ask your questions live, and I answer them live right there on Fox 2 every week. But then every Monday, Disability Network has a segment where they have a thing where I come over and people are in the audience and we just talk about things. And specifically with the Disability Network, they work with people who have physical challenges, who may be in a wheelchair, who may be on a walker, who may have paralysis from something. But we talk about their issues specifically and what tips, tools, and techniques we can help them deal with how they're navigating life. And so it has been an incredibly fun time. We've talked about forgiveness. Because forgiveness is never for the other person, people. Let me help you. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is so you can heal. Forgiveness is so you can open up the door of blessings for you. Okay, that's a whole nother talk show. But we've talked about what mental illness is. We talked about identifying mental illness in yourself as well as people around you. We talked about how to know when a person needs to get mental health treatment or even be hospitalized. There's 4 specific reasons why people get hospitalized. We talked about that. We talked about depression and anxiety. And this week, today, if you want to come and hang out with me today, you can come out today at 2 o'clock over at the Disabilities Network, which is 7800 West Outer Drive, in the same building where the Henry Ford stuff is going on over there on Outer Drive in Southfield. We're in the lower level. They call that the basement, but we call it the lower level. And we'll be there from 2 to 3. And we definitely today will be talking about self-care. Because self-care is more than getting your nails done and your hair done and a massage. But trust and believe, I want somebody to rub on all this chocolate. I definitely do. I need it in my life. But it's more than that. And so we're going to talk about that today. And so what else we got going on, Chantel? Yeah, we talked about Ask Dr. Sabrina. Hashtag Ask Dr. Sabrina. You can ask your questions over on Twitter or X. I don't know why they changed the name from Twitter to X, but that's the name. And then there is the May issue of Beautiful Machine magazine. I am featured as one of Detroit's most influential figures. What? And let me tell you something. The picture they used for this cover is fire. I look incredible. It says that I'm a therapist, I'm a media personality, and simply put, I'm just the people expert. And people ask me, what does that mean? What does it mean to be a people expert? I say I'm a people expert because I help people with people. Even if that person is themselves, because sometimes you think it's somebody else that has the problem. It's really you standing in the need of some help. So check out the May issue of Beautiful Machine magazine. And what'd you say? The video. The video. Okay, so we're gonna show up video now. I don't know what she's doing. So Tuesday, we are releasing the June edition of Beautiful Machine magazine, and yours truly wrote the lead article. And the lead article is entitled Surviving a Monster. And so the cover is Cassie from the oh yeah baby, oh yeah that's a good title. It's good. And so I want you to tomorrow be looking out, or you can just go over to the Beautiful Machine magazine right online, because it is an online digital magazine. But I did the article, and I talked about not just that she survived a monster. I talked about how, because she was able to stand up and tell her story and be truthful, because when she first came out, people were so negative towards her. People were mean to her. And soon as the video came out, oh my God.
Flipped it like a pancake.
Oh my God, the people were like, yeah, that part. And so she's not just a survivor. She's a thriver, because there's a difference from being a survivor to being a thriver. So in this article, I outline the characteristics of a survivor versus a thriver. So even if you've survived something, I want you to move to being a thriver. So I identify those things so you can look at them. The other thing that I let you know in the article is that monsters are not just men. Can I say that the character, and I have a checklist in there of the characteristics of a monster, and the characteristics are not gender related. They're just personality related. So if you are a person who are a monster, you can be a female and be a monster.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can. So, it's a good article. I'm excited. It comes out tomorrow. So is that it? Oh no, Silent Scream. Okay. So much going on. Silent Scream is a movie that is coming out. It's done by a good friend of mine named Kimberly Mallory, and it's her real life story. Her real life story. She was abducted and kept, and then was able to get away, but she had a problem with drugs for a long time. And so she tells her story, and it's made into a movie, and yours truly, Dr. Sabrina Jackson, is in the movie.
Okay.
I'm in the movie. And so we're having the premiere on July the 13th. So you can go on Eventbrite and get your tickets to Silent Scream. It is so good. The actors are amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm trying to be like my guest. I ain't said his name yet. Y'all heard him going, yeah, yes, just hold on. I'm gonna get him. Because when I get him, I'm gonna get him. I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be so good. But I'm excited about this movie, and we have some other movies that we're working on. Just all kind of stuff going on. I will say this, that when God opens the door of opportunity, run through it. Even if you're scared, go afraid. Because as you're working on it, as you're tackling it, as you're doing it, what happens is that your courage muscle begins to build. You can never build your courage muscle unless you attack something you're afraid to do. That's the only way you build your courage. And so, those are the little tips you get here on Speaking Life with Dr. Sabrina. So now, I am so excited. I am so excited because I am a fan. I am such a fan. And I will say this publicly, that when I saw him in person at an event and I was on stage, I had the mic and I said, oh my God, I'm having a fan out moment right now. And I said, come on, Smith has entered the building. And I asked the audience, I did ask for permission. I asked the audience, do you mind if I have a fan moment?
Yes, you did.
And they said yes. And I says, sir, I just want to let you know, you're doing the damn thing. You are. You're doing the damn thing. And in that movie, A Good Man, when you went from being a good man to a not good man, oh, I believed you, sir. I believed you. I was like, oh my God, he was acting his ass off. Oh my God. Can you all help me welcome the talented, the brilliant, the anointed, because you got to be anointed to do what you do. Kamal Smith is in the building.
Thank you for that introduction.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm like, who is she talking about?
You, sir.
Okay.
I'm talking about you, sir.
Okay. That's a true story, by the way, y'all. She really made me feel uncomfortable while we were talking about being uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't do well with flattery.
Oh, okay.
I'm
so let me help you.
I'm not a shy person, but I'm a very bashful person. So when you did that in a room full of people, I was like, oh my God. I started sweating. I'm like, oh.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, then you
yeah.
cannot do this type of work and be in these spaces and places and not get comfortable with accolades, because you're going to continue to get them.
I know.
You're going to continue to get them.
That's been since the days of, even in theater, when on a let out and people want to take pictures and all that, I'm like, I just feel, I get hot. I don't know what it is, but like, I'm not and people don't believe me, and I'm like, no, I'm dead serious. Like, you're not shy. I'm not shy.
Let me tell you, I agree. Did you finish your test?
I did.
Let me see it.
Okay. Are you good? Okay, before, this is something I was about to say.
Go ahead.
Why do we have happy endings as one of the things? What you on? Yeah, all right, go ahead. And then you start talking about massages. Okay, all right, here you go.
He all up in my test
Take
jar.
my test.
He all in my test. Give me a pen, because he ain't finished.
I did finish. Which one I did?
No, he didn't. Add up the bottom for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
I thought I did it all. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't do the bottom. He just took the test. He get the results.
Oh,
That's how you are. That's how you are when you a star. When you a star,
don't
you
do
go.
that.
You just
Don't
go.
do that.
Oh, I've done this part.
You said every row.
Have someone else do the rest.
What voice is that?
Have someone else do the rest.
Don't do that to me, please.
I love it. Okay, so I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the very beginning, because I heard you say theater. When did you start doing theater?
2005.
2005. And how old were you?
Well, so 26.
Okay. So before 2005, have you always wanted to act?
Oh God, no. I wanted to sing.
Really?
Yeah, music was my first love.
Really? So do you sing? I was waiting for a song.
Yeah,
I
knew
was
that's
waiting for a
what
song.
was gonna come. No, yeah, I sing.
You do sing?
Yeah.
Do you sing? Did you sing on stage? Really? Wow.
So,
Are you?
so the quick story of that I've been singing since middle school. I think I started in middle school. Then I was in a boy band in high school, and then had to try to do my own, I guess, solo artist thing coming out of college. In college, I toured with the concert choir all around the world. So
What school?
Wilberforce University.
Oh, nice. We have that in common because I toured with my choir in college as well.
Okay, and what college is that?
Eastern Michigan, Eastern's Gospel Choir.
Okay.
Yes, and we're 50 years old now.
Well, you better go, girl.
And I served as their keynote speaker for our 50-year
Oh, that's awesome.
anniversary.
That's awesome.
We had a big concert up at EMU. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's-
Congratulations.
yeah, I do a little singing.
Yeah, me too. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. A little
Yeah.
bit of songing. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love that. Okay, so you went from singing. Tell me about this boy band. What high school?
Cast-Tech.
You
I
know
had a
what?
group
You know
called-
what? You know what? Just stop.
What?
Just stop right there.
Don't you say anything about my Cast-Tech.
Let me tell you
I'll
something.
right now.
First of all,
Do not say nothing,
I-
Dr. Sabrina, about my Cast-Tech. Now, I ain't playing about my technical conditions.
I graduated from the Cass Technical High School
Okay.
in 1984.
Okay.
This year is 40 years out of high school.
You better go, girl.
I know I look good. Don't I look
do
good?
look
I look
beautiful.
good, baby. Let me tell you something. I look better
I was right after
at
you said
58 than I
84.
did at 48.
84?
84.
I was 97.
Yep, 84.
Yeah, so I still made the old cast.
Yeah.
Right before,
Yeah.
before the new cast.
Yeah.
It's something about that old Cast-Tech building, boy.
Let me tell you
it's
something.
historic.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
It's just such a good thing, and I tell people this all the time. I don't get mad at people when they highlight and are excited about what made them, but you can't be mad about me excited about what made me.
Absolutely.
I absolutely loved my days at Cass.
Yeah.
I loved. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see.
What that mean? What that mean?
He a
that mean?
gold. He a gold. He a gold.
I don't
He's
know
a
what that mean.
gold.
What does that mean, ladies?
He's
Don't just
a
keep saying it
gold.
over and over again and not explain.
Gold people are organized, structured, dependable people.
Oh, yeah.
They like rules. They like them so much they want to make them. And then after they make them, they want to enforce them. So it's no coincidence that you do good at directing.
Okay.
Because the director makes the rules.
Yeah, but I am a rule breaker though. So
I know you got a little orange in you, just
Yeah.
a little though. Your orange and your blue are 1 point apart. So
Okay.
the blue part of you is the part that likes people.
okay,
Blue people like people.
I love people.
Love people.
Yeah.
And then the orange person is the rule breaker and risk taker.
Yeah.
The orange person is the one that don't mind being the center of attention and be all eyes on me. You do it.
Because I have to. Because it's my.
But you do
I don't-
it. But you do it.
All right,
You do it.
I'm gonna let you have it.
But you're your last. Like you almost a 5 is your green.
And what's that?
Green is the intellectual one. They like to read, they like to study, they like to be by themselves, they don't like people.
Yeah, that's not me.
Yeah, that's not true. I know, because
Yeah,
you got a
that's
6. You was like, but then you can read this at your leisure. But these are your gifts and
gold,
talents.
though.
You go first.
Hey, okay.
You go first.
First. All right.
You go first.
Okay.
But that blue and that orange are right together. Second. And then this what you got to work on.
Yeah.
So these type
Do
of
I gotta work on
people.
it, though?
Yes, let me tell you why.
right.
Oh, let me tell you why. This is so good.
Okay.
So whenever you take the test, you have something on each color. And generally, whatever your last color is, when you're dealing with people who are that color, you're driving them crazy and they're driving you crazy. And in order to navigate your relationships better, you become more blended. Because when I did the model, I did it for the body of Christ. So I studied scripture for 2 years. And there are times in scripture when Christ is blue. There's time when he's gold. There's times when he's green, and there's even times when he's orange. Don't you remember he turned over some tables? Okay, yeah. So once we start to try and be more like Christ, you know the whole thing about what would Jesus do. Then we have to become more blended, because the more blended we are, the better we are at navigating all of our relationships, and not just the ones that's the easiest for us. So
Gotcha.
And then the other thing I say, because you do have all four in you, I say you should activate the whole you and not just the parts of you
All
like.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
You gonna get me on something? You got me on that. You sold me on that. Blue's my favorite group, though.
Is it?
Of people. I'm looking at the
your
people, of the notables. I just wish Jay-Z was up here, but yeah. I mean,
No, Jay-Z is
I see
so
him.
green.
He's a green.
Oh my God, he's so green.
But yeah, there's some dope people.
Just
in
even
there.
when you start thinking about how he raps and what he raps about,
Yeah.
it's very green. It's very cerebral. Like when you talk about how you buy these art pieces.
Yeah.
The average rapper ain't rapping about art pieces.
No. And he told you how much he sold it for.
Yes.
And then he told you,
Yes.
had I just waited
That's green. That's green right there.
Yeah.
That's great.
That album was slept on, by the way.
Oh, I
That
loved
was
it.
444.
Yeah.
That was slept on. But that's because that's the more mature Jay-Z.
Yes.
Trying to put you young cats on game,
On
Jay-Z.
game, yeah.
But y'all always still want me to sit here and rap about stuff I don't do no more. I'm not flashy no more. I'm not, that album was, it was a dope album.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. So we have that you did singing. You still sing, but that's the beginning. Then you did theater and stuff.
So yeah, because I didn't make it singing. So.
You didn't make it singing. Okay.
Yeah.
But so let me say this to you. Just because you didn't, don't mean you won't.
Correct.
Yeah, because...
You know what? Honestly speaking, like, one of my favorite moments in film was... So first I'm going to tell you why I stopped singing. Because I went to American Idol and I didn't even make it to the third round. So I never even met Paula and Simon. And
You never got to meet the people?
No.
Okay.
So I came home. I was in Cleveland. And I just came home and I was just like, I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah. And then I got introduced to acting some kind of way. But my point is... in 2023, last year, I was able to portray a songwriter in my film, The Wrong One. And that was just such a
Cathartic.
amazing
Yep.
feeling.
It's a cathartic moment for you.
Yeah, because I actually had a scene where I sung an original song that I wrote, and the whole crowd, by the time I was done singing it, started singing it back to me and chanting the chorus. And like that was it. That was me saying, I can do this. Yeah, it was just it was a dope feeling.
So, can I say this to you? Oh my God, this is so good. You never require outside validation for what God has put in you, and it's in you. Music is in you. Yeah. Singing is in you. Yeah. Writing is in you. And so as you continue to do it and let it come out, it's going to land on the people that it's for. Yeah. And so just keep doing it. I just, I just see an EGOT sitting beside me.
Okay. I'm going to take it. I don't even know how to spell that.
EGOT is an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar,
talk to me,
and a Tony.
Woo! And do you know how many people have them?
Do you know how many people have them? African Americans.
4.
Roughly.
How many?
Whoopi.
Okay.
Jennifer. John Legend.
Yes, Hudson. Jennifer Hudson. John
Jennifer Hudson. John. Okay.
I forgot the last.
It's somebody else.
They just got it.
Is it Viola Lewis?
Oh, we said Whoopi. Maybe Viola Davis.
Viola Davis.
She did a children's book.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's Viola Davis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's room
There's room
for another.
Listen now. Y'all speaking. I'm
we prophetic up in here. We're prophetic up in here. We speaking life.
I'll talk.
That's what we do over here. We speak life,
listen,
sir.
I receive.
Yes.
Thank you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So So let's talk personal. You
Okay.
know, I always go personal. Married, children. What's your
No, single.
single?
And no children.
Ready to mingle?
My movies are.
Are you ready to mingle?
Maybe. So here, don't give me that face. Here's the thing, right? I've been married.
Okay.
I'm divorced, right? And I'm just in such a happy space right now. I think I'm fearful of going down that road again, right? Because
How long were you married?
3 years.
Oh, okay.
And I know it's like, okay, if you're asking me, do I ever want to marry again? Yes, I'm not one of those people. I love the idea of coming home to somebody special and telling them all about my day and asking them about their day. I love the idea of getting big news and saying, call them up, baby, guess what just happened? Like, I love the idea. You know, and I'm also fearful of being, you know, growing old and alone. You know what I mean? That's not on my agenda. But currently, I'm in a happy space right now, and it's like I'm
Happily single.
Yeah, I'm happily single.
And let me say this: it's okay to be happily single, because some people try to force you into, you know, that space in your life. And no, you first got to be good with you.
Yes, and I feel like I've had an opportunity to mature, to grow and learn from my marriage, learn about me. Like when I first got divorced, well, even before we got divorced, because we were doing couples counseling, but I started going to therapy for me. You know what I mean? And which is, by the way, I encourage anybody to go to therapy. Like therapy is, I think people have the wrong impression about therapy, and it's such a dope. I probably need to go again, but I learned a lot about me, man. I learned a lot about. But the first thing that she, one of our first sessions, is she reminded me that. You know, you have to make yourself happy first.
Yes.
Right? And be in love with your happiness. Yeah, and you, right? I felt like at a certain point in my marriage, I was depending on her to make me happy. And I
and then people will always disappoint you.
Yeah.
If you're putting all the power in their hand that they don't supposed to have.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to have the power. You have the power, and you acquiesce the power when you make it about what somebody is supposed to do and to don't do and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm in a movie entitled Team Marriage.
Okay.
Team Marriage was done by Spud and his wife. And so the glue that held the movie together was me. Because I am the person talking as a therapist about tips and tools for relationships. So I talked about colors. I talked about the 5 stages of a relationship, the passion stage, the problem solving stage, and all of that. And then I talked about how relationships remind me of what happens when bubbles come out, when you blow bubbles.
How so?
Because when you blow bubbles, there's 4 things that it does. First, they'll come out and they touch each other and they dissipate. Well, you don't want that type of relationship, because those are the kinds that's crashing and burning. You don't want somebody that's volatile. You don't want to be the volatile one. You don't want that. The second type are the ones where the one bubble comes out and stays small, and the other bubble comes and overtakes it, and they stay intact. I say you don't want to be either one of those bubbles. You don't want to be the bubble that someone's overtaking you, and you don't want to be the overtaker. So you don't want that. The third is 2 bubbles that come out and they sit neatly together and they look like they're perfect together.
Okay.
But that is confusing, and it could be wrong, because those are the couples that look great in public.
Correct.
And when they get home,
behind closed doors,
they not talking. They sleeping in in different
they're
rooms.
acting like roommates versus
all of that.
Yeah.
And then there's the last bubble, and those bubbles, when they touch, they expand into make one big bubble.
Okay.
And so that's what you want. I'm better because I know you, and you're better because you know me.
Yeah.
When we come together, we figure out how we're supposed to do this thing called life together.
Yeah.
and we are excited about that
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah.
And so I love Spud for what he did for that portion of the movie, because as I talked about it, he made the visual. And so it looks so good. So like when I start talking about bubbles and blowing bubbles, these bubbles just go across my face. It's so cool.
Yeah, that's
and I
dope.
went, oh my God.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Spud is a genius, by the way.
He
He's-
is
yeah,
amazing.
he's a genius. I call him an evil genius. Like every movie he edits of mine is just mind blowing. I'm just like, dude, how did you even the Kamal Smith show? Spud edited that, and the stuff that he just came up with graphic wise, I was like,
I
dude,
love him. I love how
what?
you come out and you dancing. And I was like, Kamal got a talk show.
Yeah.
And he didn't invite Dr. Sabrina to be a guest.
That
okay,
is
I'm just
wild.
saying. Well, how that happen?
How did that happen?
How that happen?
That's
Kamal?
crazy.
I know.
That's crazy talk.
You did?
Let me find somebody. Well, I need to talk to the people because that's crazy. What?
No, Dr. Sabrina on the Kamal
That
show.
is in season 2.
Season 2, you heard it here.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Yeah,
Season 2.
that's just silly.
It's just so. How did that happen? How
The
did
Kamal Smith show?
Yes, the Kamal Smith show.
That was really just me coming into 2024 with the mind frame of I try to come up with a word every year that may describe what I want my year to be.
I love that.
This year was expansion.
Okay. I love that.
I just wanted to go with all of God's talents that I have, right? I'm not just a filmmaker, you know. I have a lot more in store. I have a children's book that's actually coming out this year.
What's the name of it?
The Adventures of Jimmy Fox. Yeah. It's actually almost done.
We have, I really think that we have kindred spirits.
Okay.
I have a children's book that I've never published, but I did it, and it's all done. I just need to. I have so much.
Publish it. What
We've
you
been talking
doing?
about everything that I got going on. I got a board game that I put out, and then I didn't sell it no more. But it's based off of colors.
Okay.
It's called Live in Color.
Okay.
That's the name of the board game. And so I was talking this weekend about the game, and somebody went, "Well, I want a game."
Yeah,
And I went,
what you doing with it?
I was like, I guess I gotta put the
game out.
Put the game out.
Yeah.
And there's people that have the game, because when I first did it, I did it on the Tom Joyner cruise.
Okay.
So I was speaking on the Tom Joyner cruise. I did colors, and everybody who was in my session got a game to take home.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I know. So it's so much stuff.
So
Just
what
so
are you
much stuff.
sitting there for?
It's too much. It's so much going on.
I want to hear that.
It's so much going on.
Listen, that's the black people's national anthem these
it's
days.
so
is,
much going
I
on.
just got so much going on. I don't know about the kids. So
I was in Kenya. I was in Kenya a couple of weeks
you
ago.
could have things in Kenya. They play games.
I know they do.
And they read books. Okay, so what traveling got to do with anything?
That's so crazy. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me,
Nah,
because
I'ma
you
hold
sound
you
like my
accountable.
son. My son is like, Ma, could you finish that? Could you finish that? Because I am the queen of, I got a new idea, and start and be like, and really get it to the point that it's finished, and then just sit it and just go do something else. Because I like new shiny.
Yeah,
So
okay,
when
well-
something is new, I'll be like, now I'm doing this over here, and he said, could you just finish that?
Yeah.
So I will say this: I'm very proud of myself today.
Okay.
I'm very proud of myself today because my glasses got all this attention today on Fox.
Okay.
And so I called the person who did the glasses, and today they created a link that you can go and buy glasses, and I get money off of it. And
Nice.
today, did it today.
She's an official affiliate. Yay!
Yes.
Official
Today.
affiliate.
And then the second, I'm so excited.
Cute. They're very cute, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Well, good for you.
Thank you
Now
very
about
much.
finishing the game.
I'm gonna finish
And
the
the
game.
book.
Didn't we talk about it? We're gonna do.
Yes,
That's
we're gonna
Patrice.
do some
Patrice is my assistant. Patrice Love is in the building. That's my assistant, and she is really making me accountable and helping me, because that's what I need. I need help.
You have 2 months, and I will be following up in 2 months.
I
You have 60
appreciate
days.
that pressure. I need it.
Okay, good. 'Cause we don't give each other deadlines.
You don't get things done. Okay, so what's next on the horizon? Because I know it's hard getting you here
movies.
because you're just always filming.
actually-
You're on set.
This is what I'm going to say. I'm happy to say. What's next on the horizon for me that I'm really excited about not playing is a break.
I tell her all the time. I said, go rent a room and just chill and order room service and watch TV and do nothing.
Yeah.
It's so okay to do nothing
It is.
if you're busy, because everybody has to reset, refresh, and recollaborate.
Yeah. And I feel like
You do.
I'm just at that moment where I can feel it.
You don't
know what I
wanna
mean?
feel it.
Like I haven't had a summer in probably 3 years. And so this year I said, no. I've turned down, a couple of projects just because I just want to stick to it. Giving myself a mental break.
Yeah,
a
you
mental
need it.
recharge. I
You
literally, I just got back from Houston filming a movie, and then come Friday, I'm back filming another. So after this movie that we start filming Friday, which shout out to Isis, Blonde Trust is on the way. I'm taking a 2-month break for myself.
2 months is great.
Yeah, I'm taking all of July and
watch
August
how
off.
bad you're gonna be when you come back.
I feel
Yeah.
Bad.
recharged, right?
Refresh, recharge.
Yeah. I plan to do some traveling and just enjoy life.
I do advocate that. I do that. Last year, my son got on me really bad. Shout out to my son, and he says, "I am sending you on a sabbatical, and I'm
He
paying for
forced
it.
you. Good for him.
I'm paying for it. You go."
Yeah, good for him.
And he made me not do anything, and so I didn't take my laptop or any of that, and so I was sitting there going, "Well, what am I gonna do? What
And then
am
you
I
figured
gonna
it
do?"
out.
And then I said, "Okay, I will go to sleep." And then I went to Miami and laid on the beach, and so I had a cabana. The little cabana. And so every day I would get up and I get dressed and get cute and go and sit under the cabana, and they bring me my breakfast and a little cocktail. a little morning breakfast.
A little morning juice.
Libration. But oh my God, it was so nice.
Yeah.
So I do need to do more vacationing, because generally what I do is, like, when I go to speak someplace, I'll stay a little longer and just have a
enjoy
couple
the-
of days and enjoy the
yeah.
place. So, like, I went to Dubai last year. I went to Israel last year. I went to Kenya this year. So when I go places, I try to stay over, or I come earlier
Yeah, to enjoy.
to just have a little fun. But I do need to take an official. When he said 2 months break, I was like,
You wouldn't even know what to do. You would go crazy.
I'm like, I started hyperventilating for myself, and he wasn't even talking about me.
Yeah.
Because one, I do Fox 2 every Monday. And so just to think to not do it for 2 months, it is possible.
That's eight sessions.
That's 8 sessions of not doing it. People be like, well,
Is she on anymore?
is she on anymore?
Yeah.
They're gonna be inboxing you.
They are, yeah, they do. But what I could do, because like when I went this past week, I spoke at a graduation ceremony, and so I could not do Mental Health Mondays because it was on a Monday, and so I went in early and taped it,
Okay.
and so I could
Pre-recorded. Okay.
pre-record some days and just not be around for it. So I'm gonna plan something. Thank you for that
welcome.
inspiration.
You're welcome.
That's dedication.
Yeah, that is. Oh, I'm definitely dedicated to what I say I'm going to do. If I say I'm going to do something, I really try to do it. So I'm going to say this, because Kamal and I were supposed to work together last year. We were supposed to work together, and my schedule got bananas, as it does often, and so I was replaced. It wasn't Kamal. Kamal didn't replace me. Because when I saw him, he said, "I was really looking forward to working with you." So now we just have to.
And you see how you did me. So don't sit here and talk about why I wasn't on the Kamal Smith show. No, let's talk about why you wasn't on set.
I was not the one who kicked me out.
You was the one that got too busy.
No, but when I rearranged my life. But by the time I rearranged my life, they were like, "No,
Yeah, we ain't got time to wait.
right, we can't rearrange your life. Sorry." So
We got a
I got
whole
kicked.
2 months of pre-production.
I was
Y'all know when she told us she could rearrange it, like the Saturday before we started shooting on a Monday. Like, all right, y'all, I got it together, girl.
We have went on.
Well, yeah.
So I'm sorry.
All right,
I'm
next time.
sorry.
But
Next
I
time.
see you're in other people's movies, but that's fine. I'm not.
Okay.
No, I don't feel away. You said July. What is it? July 17th?
Let's just do this. Let me, because I ain't scared. I ain't scared. I'm a cast technician. What?
CT fired up.
We should just plan to do something together.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Oh, after your 2-month sabbatical.
Yeah, because I'm taking that.
I know. I want you to.
Yeah, that's happening.
After you take your 2-month sabbatical, I have some ideas.
I'm sure.
I have tons of ideas.
Yeah.
I am the idea generator.
You just spoke about all your ideas that you don't follow up on and complete. Okay. Anyway. But my girl P over there got you, right?
I got it.
60 days.
Yep. Give me it.
60 days.
Throw me under the bus.
And then drove the bus.
And drove the bus over me.
Yeah, because I want my people to be great in everything they do.
Oh my God.
I don't care.
And we need
you
that.
got all this going on, you can do more.
Yeah, and she can. And she
Yeah.
can. She is a multi-figured.
Yes.
Not just a dollionaire.
And,
Thousandaire.
and somebody needs to put you in your place.
Yep.
Consider it me.
Mr. Green, Blue, Orange.
Yeah, go.
Go.
It's the gold. That's why. My gold. So what's so funny? Gold is my last color.
Okay.
Really?
Whereas
Oh
mine
yeah,
is my
like where
first.
you have like 6 on green.
Yeah.
I got like
But that'll help.
6
That'll
on
be a
green.
balance.
Yeah, I got like 6 on gold. But guess what?
I would never have thought that.
But guess what? My first colors are green.
Yeah. So where
My green and my blue are tied.
Okay.
So I love facts. I love research. I love taking classes. I love my time alone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting when we talk about the fact that my green and my blue are tied. In my relationships, like if I'm dating, I want the man to be very blue to me. I like blue stuff. So I like a man that's romantic, that's going to send me flowers, but I don't want to do none of that to him. Because once it comes out of me, green comes out. So the green in me is like, oh, well, then I'll help you with your thing. I'll research that for you. Because that becomes my love language because I like the green so much. But I like blue. I just want blue done to me. I'll, respond appropriately, but I need you. It's so funny how I figured out that I was doing that. Because I didn't realize I was doing that.
You said ships, plural. So you're something like a pimp. Basically what you're saying. You said when I'm in my relationships.
No, I'm just talking about relationships.
You said I like when they. Yeah, they. And it's fine. There's no judgment. I'm just like, oh, okay, learn something about you. That's cool. You're a pimp. I get it. I like when they send me flowers. Okay.
That's the mind of a writer, though. So.
It's cool.
The entertainer.
The entertainer of it all. He said, I peeped your game. I peeped your game, ma'am.
It's all good. It's all good. It's love. It's all love.
I'm not into poly though. I don't like the polyamorous lifestyle. Because I've been reading about it a lot. People have been sending me information, come on the show and
Is
stuff.
that how you did the research on poly?
Yes, that's
You read about it. Okay. All right.
I don't. So this is what I don't like about it. So I don't like the idea of I'm with you, and then I know that you with somebody else.
But y'all together.
I don't know.
Shaky.
I wouldn't.
I mean,
I wouldn't like
in the
it
theory,
personally.
you would be under the same household, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So it's not that he's with her; he's with y'all.
But
And then y'all are. With y'all.
but then I wouldn't. I don't want that.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be with y'all.
You just want him.
I don't want. First of all, and because we're on a podcast, I can say this: I am strictly dickly.
Correct.
I am.
Yes.
I don't, that's how people get down. That's how they get down. But
No
I don't get
judgment.
down at that. And because when I used to do my radio show, I had a guest come on and we talked about the swinger lifestyle. And so she came on and talked about what they do in the swingers club and things of that nature. And then at the end, she says, well, Doc, if you want to learn more, you can come and just be my guest and just be there. And I says, no, I can't come to the swinger party.
Yeah.
And she says, well, why not? I said, because I can't be in a room with two dinglings out at the same time.
That part.
I can't. I cannot.
Yeah. No,
I can't.
Yeah.
So the poly lifestyle wouldn't work for me, even if it was For me, I just couldn't do it. So when it comes to being in a relationship, then it's one person.
Okay.
That's it.
You have one at a time. That's what you're saying. That's what you want us to believe. Let me stop before your phone starts ringing. I don't want. Not trying to get you in trouble with nobody.
Me up. Don't get me in trouble with nobody.
Yeah.
Just nobody.
Okay.
So you're taking a vacation.
Yeah. And then I'm back. I think like 5 films between September and the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And then when are you going to start back with season 2 of the Kamal show?
We're actually probably going to do that in November, December. So I mean, I didn't include that when I said 5. I was just talking about films. But yeah, probably around November, December. I filmed that in January, this past January.
Okay.
But we probably will put out before.
And how many episodes did you do?
I did 8 episodes.
Okay.
Yep. In one day.
In one day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Really good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, I just treated it like a movie. You know what I mean? Just think about like 8 scenes.
But that's because that's how you think.
Yeah.
And so it's important, and I'll say this to the audience: if you want to do something, and that's not what you do, get the mind of a person that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's just don't try to be the smartest person at the table, because it's other people that have other ideas that can help shape what you want to do.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate just listening to how you think and how you process, because that helps me, because I do a lot of things, but I do know that I need help to make things happen. Because I'm not going to do all of it.
But looking back, I probably would have done it over a span of 2 days. I mean, I did it because I felt like, well, what's the difference, right? You know what I mean? I'm doing anywhere from 10 to 12 scenes a day, right? I can do, 8 guests a day. And so the only thing that's happening is I'm just literally giving all these guests their own call times. And then after each show, I would go change and then come right back up with another live studio audience. But by the time I got to like the 7th guest, like I hardly have voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I could feel my energy just kind of
So in the future, you're going to split it up, do you think?
Maybe, or it's just maybe it's just that I had never done any. I mean, I've never done a talk show before, right? So going back to the original question of how did it come about is just something I always wanted to do. Like I've always loved Ellen. I've always loved Jimmy Fallon. I always loved The Tonight Show.
Did you have games?
Yeah.
I love games.
You know what it sounds like? Sounds like you haven't watched it, which this is a whole nother problem now.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I must be honest.
Now
I haven't.
I've
just seen the clips.
Yep.
I've just seen the clips. I have not. I'm going to be honest, because when I am in my little cubby hole, I be in my head. So sometimes I don't.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, can I say that real quick? Oh, not that. Remote control. Okay. All you have to do literally is that.
Hilarious.
Look, just that. And you can still be in your head while it's on the TV, but it's really just a click of a...
I know, but then I want to be able to give my whole attention to it.
Yeah, well, I'll take undivided attention versus no attention at all, actually.
Ooh,
thank you.
Okay, I will do that.
Tonight, just press play.
I will.
Okay.
Mr. Smith.
All right.
I love Mr. Smith. I do.
I love you too.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. This is fun. You are fun. And I loved Good Man too.
Thank you. I think people are really gonna be excited about that. Because that wasn't even a promise. That was like me and Joe just talking, and when he called me, asked about it, I said, dude, only if it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, let's not just do it because the Tubi verse is like, oh, if they say that about every single movie, and every single movie doesn't need a part 2, right? But if we were going to do, like, what's funny is when we first started thinking about, or when he first came out with A Good Man part 1, I told him, I said, man, this could be a trilogy if it's done right. But it was, it wasn't any more thought to it. It was just a statement. And when we did part 2, because actually in part 1, I didn't know if he was going to kill me or not. I didn't know, like, does the bad person die? But then it was like, but am I really the bad guy here? You know what I mean? Like, Being that I kill people, yes, sure.
Thank you. There's no way that you could say, am I the bad guy and I kill people?
Okay, listen.
And you kill innocent people.
Yeah, you can't leave no witnesses. The boy gotta die.
He killed the children, people.
The child was one child.
The children.
He shouldn't have been in the room. He should not have been in the room witnessing.
How do you justify killing the baby?
Because you can't leave any witnesses.
Okay, because that would make a whole nother story. But when the boy grow up and he looking for you,
now he looking for me because I killed his mom. I ain't got time for that.
And
so
dad,
you just gotta die.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah,
it was really good. It was really really good. But I think my favorite scene is when you lost it. When you first saw her with the guy.
Oh, the slide down. They call it the slide down.
And you got the crying and beating yourself in the head. I was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good. That's like I say, I believed you. It was believable.
Yeah. That was my least let me tell you something why though, right? Because all that was just off of impulse. And Joe came to me and said, right, he's like, cut. He's like, you know you have to beat your head every time now for every take. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I'm really like, you know what I mean? It was just in the moment.
Right.
You know, I just did it. And so we had to do that scene like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, me just beating head.
Beating yourself in the head.
Yeah.
Well, it was good.
Thank you.
I said, when I saw it, and when I saw you in the audience that day, I just thought, oh my God. I believed you, sir.
Yeah.
I believed you.
I'm excited about, well, I guess I can ask you because you were there. So at the premiere, do you think we measured up to part 1 with
Absolutely.
part 2? Okay.
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely. I loved it, and I love the spin that you took on it with that she wasn't necessarily, you know, you liked her, but you didn't know she had all this going on already, and that she didn't tell you the truth. And then once you found out, it was like, you done flipped the switch.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is I don't know what theater you were in. I think you were in the same theater as me,
Yep,
right?
I was,
So do you remember when, let's just say, because nobody's seen it yet, but when she revealed what she revealed to me, it was funny being like, hearing people was like, oh, here
comes.
Like,
here he comes.
Wow.
Here he comes.
That was
But
crazy.
no, and then I like the fact that she, because this is the other thing, because going back to the article that I talked about, the monster, and that really her behavior was monstrous, because she was dogging her husband and doing whatever, she telling him off, and no, you ain't enough, and he going through something, and just all of that, and that she was really seeking the attention that you gave, the money that you had, and all of those things. But then apparently she wasn't just seeking it from you,
right?
Because then you found out the partner, and so I was like, oh. Wow. So, but that's so good though, because I think women need to see that it's not always men.
Yeah, and literally from the beginning, and this is why I said to him, man, if we played it right, it could be a trilogy depending on what was going to happen to me before he actually wrote it. This is just when we was on the whiteboard and we just coming up with storylines, this, that, and the other. But I felt like it was so genius of Joe to finally. Just one, he wanted to show vulnerability from the man's perspective, right?
Yes,
and like, man, men, our feelings get hurt too. Like, and so many times we're not allowed to show it because we're men. And so when you were talking about, self-care earlier, it was just funny because, I got a group of friends and I said, man, this is just like a week or 2 ago. I said, guys, we need to get better on is just tapping in each other and asking, how are we doing?
Yes, my son does that so well.
Like,
he does that.
We talk about everything, film this and film that. Hey, man, how are you today? Like, how you the doing? Kids? How are you, mentally?
Feeling.
Yeah, what I mean? I think that gets lost a lot of times in America, man. Like, just to being able to be a African American man, or whatever, it doesn't have to be African American man.
And this month is
mental health
for men.
For men, awareness. Yes. Yep.
It is. And so this is a great time to have more discussion about it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm speaking at an event later this month for men, and I'm the only woman. I was like, wow, what? But that's because people see me on TV and they want to have me come and talk about it. But
the fact that you're a pimp, so sounds about right.
I do like being the only woman in the room. I'm just saying. As long as everybody's got their,
thing in their pants.
They thing in their pants. They got. You can't be putting them out now. That's too many in one room. Oh, can't do it. Can't do it. I want you to tell people where they can find you. how to follow you.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Kamal Smith 2, the number 2, and then on Facebook it's just Kamal Smith.
Wow, I am so honored that you were able to take the time from your busy schedule, sir.
Thank you.
To come and hang out with little old me.
Yeah, it's like I would have been so honored if you would have taken time out your busy schedule to do the movie. But things happen, and we're here now. Listen, we're here now. It's okay.
Look, but the movie is doing great.
Yes,
the movie is doing great.
It is. Yes. I have to
Widow's Fire.
Widow's Fire is going crazy. So
it's going crazy.
Good for Nambi.
I helped her shape the character and the whole thing about the multiple personality thing. Because that's what made me become a therapist. Is watching the movie Sybil.
Oh, really?
When I saw Sybil, I wanted to be able to do what the therapist did with her, and that she was able to tell her, I don't want to talk to her. Go get that one. I loved it. I was 10.
Yeah.
And that's what started me on this journey to be the person to talk to people and see. I'd be like, stop all that. I need to talk to the other one. Go get that one. You can tell this another one? Yeah, I can. It's more you.
It's more than in you.
It's more you in you.
Now, what are you going to do tonight, though, before you close out?
I'm going to start watching the Kamal Smith show.
Just press play.
Push play. I'm going to watch it. And then I'm going to text you and tell you.
Thank you. I would love your feedback.
I'm in
love with a stripper as well. Those are both of my movies that just came out. Thank you so much.
I saw that.
You did see that?
I did see that.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah. I watch your movies now. I like movies. I like the movies. But you always try to be a gangster. I said, look at him being a gangster.
A gangster in that movie.
No, not that movie. But I'm saying you have movies that you are a gangster. Like, I'm the gangster. I'm shooting up everybody. That's what I'm doing. You like that? You like that alter ego?
I don't. Honestly speaking, and I know we're about to close out. I'm a fan of making art. And I put it that way, right? So, when people say you love being crazy, no. Why would I love being crazy? No, I don't want to love hitting a woman or anything like that. It's just it's the art. But there are people out there like that. All right, I don't know what that face means.
Okay, this is good.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all know what I say at the end of every single show. I want to thank, of course, my guests, the incomparable, talented, gifted, brilliant, funny, cool Kamal Smith.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so for all of you at home, I want you to make sure this week that you say something positive to yourself, about yourself, because life and death lie in the power of your own tongue. What are you saying? Say something good. See you next week.
How do we win if I'm always winning?
Right.
I know all I do is win.
No matter what.
No matter what.
It's essential.
I win when we win.
Go ahead, Dr. Sabrina.
Yeah, right from the beginning, she had a vision. It was a daily elevation for essential living. That's that good intention. All you gotta do is listen. Creating magic during uncertainties be the mission. Dr. Sabrina Jackson, serving God must be a passion. Cause being a better person begins with daily practice. Love is the attitude, that's what we gotta do. Mental Health Mondays on Fox News in Detroit, that's Channel 2. Look us up, baby. Gon' do your research from Cass Tech to Eastern. Yeah, we've been in it for a minute. We've been winning